So I talked about this in my West Virginia BYU video this week. I'm going to talk about it right here, breaking down UCLA and Penn State. And the concept is simple. It's hard to make money betting on the disappointments in college football. I know UCLA covered last week at Northwestern. I know they gave the Wildcats a game. But in general, college football wise, you make money sometimes in the NBA betting bottom feeders. You make money, baseball teams, the worst baseball teams, are going to win 55, 60 games. In the NFL, by midseason, the bad teams have decent point spread value. You can find bad teams that'll cover point spreads. In college football, I rarely look to back the bottom feeders. The season's not long enough. The markets don't catch up fast enough. And UCLA, look, they are what they are, which is one of the worst, if not the worst team in the Big Ten. Well, look at the odds logic live odds screen against Penn State. The Nittany Lions 25/25.5 point road favorites in LA, total sitting at 50 for this ball game. Let's break it down. Teddy covers, wagerstalk.com, with a big game breakdown for Saturday afternoon here on the left coast. It'll be a 12:30 game for us on the Pacific time, 3:30 for you back east. And look, UCLA is a pretty downtrodden program right now. Remember, Chip Kelly was the head coach. He didn't get fired. Chip Kelly quit and said, I'd rather be an offensive coordinator at Ohio State than I would be a head coach at UCLA. Ding, ding, ding. That's a telling sign. All right. Then Deshaun Foster came in, and Deshaun Foster failed. Predictably. He didn't feel like the right guy to save the program. A first-year, first-time head coach for his alma mater, and it was kind of a disaster. All right. And hey, they actually covered a point spread last week. Of course, after they spotted a Northwestern's 17-0 lead, but they made things interesting. They got within 17-14. And that being said, they had a chance to win the game. Yamaleva and company got a grand total of 3 offensive yards on their last 2 drives. All right. So they had a chance. They had a team on the ropes, and they couldn't do anything with it. The offense wasn't good enough. And I'm a Tim Skipper fan. I think Tim Skipper will be fine in the interim head coach department. But UCLA is not a good team. And they have talent. When you look at the grade out their personnel is, wow, this guy has an NFL possibility. And that guy's got an NFL possibility. Doesn't matter. As a team, they're not good. And what happens now? Oops, they get an angry Penn State squad. Not an easy sign for Tim Skipper and company. Of course, not like this team has much of a home field edge right now. New Mexico pushed them around on this field in a 25-point win. That's New Mexico Lobos from the Mountain West. It's supposedly the worst team in the Mountain West coming into the season. They're not. But that type of result on this field concerns me. I know I don't want UCLA in this ball game. Now, when we talk about the Penn State side of the equation, though, that's certainly an issue. I found some stats here when it came to Big Ten teams that have to cross the Rockies. So the West Coast teams traveling east, the East Coast teams traveling west. And what's happened in the Big Ten? The teams crossing the Rockies, 11-20 straight up, 12-19 ATS. It's a lot of travel for college kids. Really is, And Drew Aller and the Penn State offense. One, coach didn't have enough trust in them to throw the football around before they were down by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, which tells us something. And 2, it's not like at any point this season we looked at Penn State and go, yeah, this offense is clicking. Yeah, they're primed to beat up on someone. All right. Haven't done it. That said, boy, Penn State's defense played out of their minds in that game against Oregon. They're capable of doing it here, too, against this level of offense. Don't be fooled by the fact that they lost. Say, Penn State stinks in every which way. They lost in double overtime. And when you're losing a statement game in double overtime, I'm not excited about laying 25 points with you on the other side of the country next week. Not going to do it. From a side standpoint, this game's a big nothing for me. Don't want the dog, don't want the favorite. But UCLA can't score. Their defense is okay. It's okay. Penn State can't score. Their defense is really freaking good. All right, what they did to Oregon last week was real. And Oregon's pretty good. They held Oregon to 17 points in regulation. It's only the fourth time in Dan Lanning's been there 46 games that the Ducks were held to 20 points or fewer in regulation. All right, before the overtime, and again, I don't count overtime stats. I try to take them out when I look at my box score analysis, do my box score analysis. 1.9 points per possession. All right, explosive play rate is 7.1%. That's way lower than what Oregon tends to do. It's way lower than anything they've done this season. And I'm a believer in Penn State's defense. James Franklin takes all kinds of criticism. Not defensively, he doesn't. Penn State's in these games. So, bottom line for me, with the total here sitting at 50, and oops, as we speak, one of the advantages of that Odds Logic Live on screen, you see the line moves in real time. All right, there were 50s out there across the board when I started recording this video. I'm doing it Wednesday afternoon. Now I'm seeing 49s popping up on the screen. So the markets are moving with my thought process as we speak. If you want to get this one, maybe do it sooner rather than later, being that the markets are moving as I'm recording it. But the bottom line for UCLA and Penn State, under the total. Find a 50 if you can. They're still out there as I record. But I've already seen a couple of what I call leading indicator books move down to 49 just now, including the Circa right here in Vegas. So let's expect lots of punts and field goals. UCLA, Penn State, under the total. Thank you so much for watching Wager Talk TV. Again, we appreciate those likes. Bing, hit that like button. Thank you. Follow, comment below. Tell us what you think. And football season's going pretty good for the clients and I on a nice little run. 11-4 football run over the last 2 weeks, 6-2 college, 5-2 in the NFL. Making money, that's my job. Check out my homepage, www.buzz.com/TC, and let's partner up great deals right now. Whether it's a weekend warrior package for only $49, we have a 2-month special, every play, every day. Lots of good opportunities. To get on board, visit wagertalk.com or my homepage, www.buzz.com/TC. Thanks for watching. Best of luck with all your bets, and stay tuned right here on this channel for more quality video content. Cheers.